Suspend your disbelief, your rational, analytic mind, just for a minute, just for the length of this podcast. What if all I am about to tell you is the truth? What if the information you will be provided is from a divine source? Just for this time, I am your Axis Mundi. Consider this podcast your channel, your second opinion. When I do a reading, something larger than myself is working through me. So ask what you wish. This is your channel, your doorway to the divine.
Oh, welcome to John's Tarot. Welcome to you from wherever in the world you may be listening. Well, over the last 30 days, welcome you from Spain, Brazil, and the United Kingdom, Northern Ireland, Wales, England, the United Arab Emirates, Argentina, Belgium, Canada, Jordan, Netherlands, and in the United States we have Virginia, California, Pennsylvania, Florida, New Jersey, Delaware, Massachusetts, Utah, Connecticut, New York, Tennessee, Texas, Washington, Arizona, Georgia, Mississippi. Welcome to John's Tarot. I hope you're all doing well. And we had some interesting results of the elections. I think it was only a 3-state election yesterday or the day before. I'm recording this on the 6th, 11/6 at 10:27 here in California. We had some interesting results on the election. And I'm going to talk a little bit about one aspect of that and one certain individual who I felt was it was important to take a look at a couple issues surrounding this individual. And I'm thinking of the mayoral election and the election of Zohan Mamdani. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And I'm going to talk a little bit about Moham and things that occurred to me, which I thought were relatively important. He's a 34-year-old gentleman. He is a dual citizen of Uganda and the United States. He is a Shia Muslim. He is of Indian descent. He speaks 5 different languages. This is an educated guy: Hindi, Bengali, Spanish, Luganda, and Arabic. And I could barely get through English. So this is a smart, educated guy. And he ran on a platform of rent freeze for stabilization units to build 200,000 affordable housing units, free or fair city bus transit, universal child care for children under 6 years of old anyway, city-operated grocery stores to reduce food costs, to raise corporate taxes and tax the wealth to fund expanded public services, reform public safety via new structures, a Department of Community Safety, etc., strong tenant protection, homeowner support, fight deed theft. I guess that's been a big problem in New York. Inclusive rights for immigrants and support for diverse communities. I know he was really in support of the LGBTQ community, and other communities have been having problems. Focus unmistakably on affordable and cost of living for working and middle-class New Yorkers, and middle-class income people. So a couple of things that really hit me about this guy. Seems to be a very interesting guy. Is that he is, first of all, he's a Muslim. You know, New York had the issue regarding September 11th. Remember that, 9/11? And there was a big Muslim backlash throughout the country. And New Yorkers, I imagine, had it worse than anybody else in the country as far as a backlash against certain religious and ethnic people. And they went and elected Mamdani. What does that say? What does that say about our current administration? That they would actually overcome their own problems with race and elect a Muslim. Now, I just got back from a Muslim countries, and I was treated great. I was treated with dignity and respect, and I hope Mr. Mamdani is treated with that same dignity and respect. And certainly my trip culminated in a shift with me internally in regards to these issues. But New York, it was incredible that they would overcome these issues and elect this guy. He's only 34 years old. And I think it's also a reflection on our, they hate the current administration so much that there is so much dislike for the current administration that New Yorkers would do this. Now I know New Yorkers are probably going to receive some backlash from the current administration. A certain orange individual has already made threats. That is some help, huh? But they dislike the current administration so much that they would actually do this. And his platform, the things he talks about, rent freezes, opening city-operated stores to help feed the poor. This is a fundamental shift. Everybody's calling him he's a socialist, he's a communist, he's this and that. Personally, I don't see any problems with his platform. I don't. It's about time our government started working to help the people. What's our current administration doing? It's seeing how much they can take away, right? Now we're talking about government that's going to work towards the people, work for the people, work for the population, make our lives easier. Has this current administration made our lives any easier? Has the implementation of ICE and their inappropriate behavior improved your life in any way? I certainly have not noticed an improvement. Have your prices of groceries come down? Has your cost of living come down? Has any of those things improved? No. I don't see it. I don't see an improvement. My energy prices are not coming down. He's making threats on invading foreign countries. I don't see any improvement. As he claims of I've stopped 9 wars. I don't think so. The Indians and the Pakistanis say no, he didn't stop any war here. We did that among ourselves. Has he stopped? How about the war in Gaza? Has that improved? He wouldn't claim big credit for that, but I believe the conflict is still going on, and he's supporting genocide over there. It's a pretty bad thing. And then how about Ukraine? Has he stopped that? I'm going to stop that on day one. Hasn't stopped. So it was a big vote. It was a big expression of how the people feel about the current direction of our country. Is this government working for the people, or is it just working towards the elite few? I know somebody who's got crypto billions and an airplane. He's got tax breaks for billionaires, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, and all these guys, Cook, all these guys got big tax breaks. Have I experienced an increase in my wages? Have you experienced an increase in yours? I just don't see it, and I don't see where this current administration is really proposing the things Mandami is proposing. And now, to be fair, the last administration didn't propose these types of things either. It was the status quo. It was beholding to corporations because the corporations supply their money for their elections. So my question to the tarot is going to be, and let me go back over to my other screen. My question for the tarot is going to be, is the election of Mandani, is this going to bring in a shift in our politics? How about that? Now, I don't know. I would hope so. I would like to see a government working for the United States, working for its people, making our lives easier and not more difficult. I believe our airlines are going to get ready to, if not shut down, but it's going to be severely restricted as a result of the shutdown. And I see no relief in sight. I mean, if somebody could make some more crypto millions and redecorate some more bathrooms and build ballrooms and cover the executive offices in gold, he's all for that. but I don't see anybody doing anything for us, the American people. And that's what I would like. That's why I was so impressed with this Mondami. Now, I don't know what he's going to do, whether he'll be able to do all the things he's promised. We're going to sit by and watch. But my question is, does this indicate any kind of shift in the direction of our politics in this country? And I think that's a good question. All right. And I've been doing all this. Let me cut the cards, and we'll see what the cards say. Is the election of Mondami and his platform going to bring about a shift in the American politics? All right. I'll cut the deck. My first card is the Three of Wands. Now, that's a guy who's made a decision to do something. That must be Mondami. He's made a decision to do something and he is waiting to see if which way the wind is going to blow on some of this, and if he's going to receive support for doing the things that he said he's going to do. And the other thing about the Three of Wands, you got an individual who's supposed to be, how can I say this? So he's received a lot of help to get where he is. And he's going to need continued help. And so the people who have helped him, he needs to support them as he continues on this journey. And my second card on top of that is the Star, which is a very positive card to be sitting on Mondani. That's a card that indicates if you have a particular skill or a gift, this is a good time to implement change. That change might be, if you wanted to write a book, this is a good time to write a book. If you have certain abilities, this is a good time to express your abilities. If you want to implement certain types of change, that the cards indicate that this is a good time to implement that kind of change. And I'm doing a slightly different tarot thing because I can't do the I can't do the electronic deck anymore.
The pain.
Yeah, I tried to get it to work and it just wouldn't work. I got a Windows update and Windows screwed me again, and I couldn't get it straightened out to use the Orphalese Tarot. But we'll see in the future. So beneath, what's the foundation? The Queen of Cups. How appropriate for Mondani, the Queen of Cups. That is the nurturing caregiver. That is the foundation of the reading. And the nurturing caregiver, that is somebody, that's going to help take care of people, help support people. I'm a nurturing caregiver, but our goal in helping people is not to bail them out of their difficulties, but to be able to help them stand on their own 2 feet and move forward. And then you withdraw support because you want them to do things independently. You don't want them to rely on support. You just want to support them enough to get on their feet and get going. That is a great card for this reading. What's behind this reading? The Temperance card, moderation. So and that is, as you look at the card moderation, I'll put it back up. You see an angel with 2 cups, and that is moving from those cups. You think pouring liquid from one to the other. You think that is what that really is that's going from a lower to a higher. So you're actually pouring from the bottom cup into the top cup, and that indicates a higher level of thinking, a higher level of living, a higher vibrational energy, and that is what's behind Mondami. We're starting to look at doing things for the people, a higher level of thinking. And what's on top? The immediate energy. Well, what? The Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords would be an indicator of that's anxiety, nervousness, stress. So he's under a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety. Of course, the American people have a lot of anxiety. The people on the right, the MAGAs really hope that he is not successful. Socialism. So I don't see where helping the people is socialism. So Mondami is under a lot of stress to come through with the promises that he made. Will he be able to do it? I don't know. What kind of energy is in front? And that one is the Four of Cups. I'm doing things a little differently now. I can shift over to my other tarot page. And let me do that. So the Four of Cups, the energy that's ahead of us, we've been a little disappointed in the way our government has been operating. And it's been disappointed. And we're thinking, is that it? That's all there is? That's all these guys can do for us? And I'm thinking of both parties. I'm not pointing out any particular party. It's been both parties. But there's more to come. There's something more to come. And we just have to be patient and wait and see. And then how does everybody see this guy? They see him as the Hermit. Now, the Hermit is somebody who's come a long way. And he's looking for, he has a staff of wisdom and the light of knowledge, or do I maybe have those backwards, to guide him. And he has come a long way up a difficult path. And certainly this Mandami guy has done that. And he's looking how to bring other people along with him to this higher level of thinking, where government works for the people and not the people work for the government. And what I mean by that, they take our taxes. What are they been giving us? This current administration has been taking things away, and I don't find that helpful. And I think this past election certainly was a demonstration of how American people feel about that. So he's come a long way. He's at a precipice. He's looking behind him. He's on the top of a mountain. He's looking behind him. He's come a long way. He's looking how to bring other people along, and he's looking forward. He still has a long way to go. And how do the people think about him? The Two of, there we go. That's the Two of Wands. So they're looking, watching, waiting for. They're just like I'm talking about. They're watching and waiting for things to come in, waiting for things to change, seeing what's going to happen. And I think that's absolutely appropriate. And then, what can we expect? Hopes and fears. The Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is about new growth, dynamic new growth, also about sexual virility. You see a sprouting of, we hope his ideas work. The concept of helping the American people, working towards making our lives better rather than making our lives more difficult. We're hoping that this catches on, that we're able to do, that he's able to do this, and that things will improve for all of us. And that's in the hopes and fears. And then the final outcome, the King of Wands. So the King of Wands and that's a dynamic leader. He knows how to guide people. He knows how to, and this is all Mandami, how to guide people, how to guide a movement, how to guide an ideal, how to guide a business, and getting people to work for him in a positive way. And so it all looks pretty positive, I think, for Mr. Mandami. Now, I got another question I'm going to ask, and I'll just leave card just like this because I don't know how long this is going to last today. But short. And I hope you like the new setup, because the old setup is just not going to work.
The pain.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed. I really like that. I really like that other setup. So my other question has to do with, is our current president, our current chief administrator, he is suffering health problems, and that's obvious to anybody who cares to look. He's suffering health problems, cognitive issues, health issues, and he was talking the other day about trying to talk about Cuba, but instead he's using South Africa. He doesn't know what he's talking about or what's going on. When he had that thing with the generals in Quantico, he's talking about paper and signing the paper and bring me the good paper. And he brought these generals in from all over the world. Take a look on my YouTube page, and I did a little thing on that on Quantico. So my question is, and we're going to do a basic yes or no. Are they using AI? Are they having Trump AI speeches, using AI to hide his cognitive disability? And I think he has some level of dementia. So I'll just say that. is the current administration, the people surrounding this administration, are they using AI to hide the president's cognitive disabilities? Are they using AI to hide the president's cognitive disabilities? And I'll cut the deck. And when I do these, it is swords and pentacles are no, cups and wands are yes, and I throw out the major arcana. First card is a yes. The Three of Wands. The second card, Queen of Pentacles. That's a no. And I'm not going to read these. I'm just going to get a yes or no answer. Are they using AI to hide the president's cognitive disabilities? And then the third card, yes, and they're doing it successfully. So far, that's a yes. That's the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I know. And then underneath, we got the Ace of Cups. And, you know what's being offered. And then the fifth card is the Knight of Cups. Yeah, it's a yes. And then the final outcome is a no. That's the Five of Pentacles. And what that indicates, I really got to turn these around because of the camera. So this is the final card. Much to our, it's not benefiting us. It's leading us into a darker time, a darker age. I can read them if you like. So the Three of Wands. Are they doing this? Yeah, they're doing it. And they're looking to see if anybody notices. There's the Three of Wands. That's what's going on. And then the Queen of Pentacles. I wonder how this is going to affect us financially. They're doing it to protect us financially so that the world doesn't know that he's disabled. And then the Six of Wands. Yeah, they're doing it successfully. They got America fooled, but they're doing it. And then the Ace of Cups, kind of what's coming, Yeah, they're doing it. They're offering us a line of BS, unfortunately, and this is the place they'd always hoped they'd be in. They got them. They could do this, but it's not helpful. It's not leading us into a successful situation. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up for today.
Goodbye, Professor Marvel, and thanks a lot.
It was my pleasure. Let me know how you like the new format. I'm going to continue doing this type of thing, and I'm going to use this format. And if you have any questions that you would like me to propose to the tarot, send me an email, and I will ask you questions. I also do a podcast on Tuesday, and it's just a podcast only. And you can find that. I'm on Facebook, JohnsTarot Facebook, and you can find the podcast there or on any of your favorite podcast apps. And until then, be careful, be cool, be kind. Remember, find courage, have strength, find faith, and it's going to work out. We just got to hang in there at least till the midterms. Maybe we can see some change, and maybe those are questions I can ask next time. Okay, bye-bye, everybody.